To live.
Please tell me, why does life eat life?
To live. To live longer.
To live longer?
Okay. The person who made this video, well, the title of the video, I don't remember who made this video, but the title of the video is called Bashar, Abraham Hicks, Pleiadians on Vegan and Vegetarian 2017. So the question was, why does life eat life? And Bashar's answer, with the triangle in his hand, the Illuminati symbol, says to live, more precisely to live longer. From a limited perspective, this seems to make sense. But let me remind you here, people, those of you who accept this bullshit answer from this Bashar, that life, we are eternal. You watching this video, whether you are physical or not, or whether you have a soul inside, a light inside or not, is irrelevant. Because everything is eternal. Energy is merely condensed physicality, extreme physicality is nothing more than light condensed in extreme hardness. And that the process must be undone. So, to live longer has become less physical. Whatever state they are choosing to be in, this Bashar character, entity, is choosing to stay in that level of existence, darkness, which is a hardened version of the non-physical. So Bashar saying to live longer is really saying to exist in its actual form of darkness longer. Light does not need to consume, because ultimate intelligence understands that it does not need to consume anything to survive, because we are eternal. This is not a religious concept. This is not a scientific concept, because even science is religion. Religions are dangerous. Punto final. But you take what you want, and wherever you are, please continue progressing. Life, we do not need to eat from a higher perspective. We don't need to eat. We don't need to consume anything that's physical. We don't need to consume plants. He'll get to that. He will use plants against you if you are a vegetarian. But from a higher perspective, people, we don't need to consume anything. The higher and higher we go. The more intelligent you are, the stronger you are, the less you need to consume. Trying to be perfect by not consuming plants or animals is insane. You consume something because you are in a darker place. So that's why I'm cautious of the whole moral thing, because the best you can do is keep improving. If you've given up meat, then eventually you must give up plants. Not necessarily in this dimension, but when you pass. Because when you do give up these things, it will feel better. And you won't suffer because you gave up eating plants. From that perspective, you will see higher and higher levels of awareness, that which Bashar, flash in the triangle, does not want you to know. He wants you to think about physicality and to stay in a level of darkness, to feed his matrix, to feed his vortex. Bashar is dangerous. Bashar is a terrorist. Bashar is an Nigger. That word is not limited to the color of your skin. Okay, it's not only black people who can be Nigger. Keep that in mind. It's not only humans who can be Nigger. Other species, reptilians and non-reptilians, Pleiadians, and so forth, can be dark. So this Bashar character and Abraham Hicks, they're all the same nonsense. Pleiadians. Of course, you have to be careful that not every single species of a collective like the Pleiadians is dark. But what we have here is an absolute deception.
Now,
But it doesn't always seem like the most spiritual thing to do.
depends on your...
No, it doesn't, because you know deep inside that this guy's bullshitting. It depends on your... What is he saying? Keep lying, Bashar.
point of view.
It depends on your point of view.
There is
No.
nothing
Yes, there is something
wrong.
off. Okay, forget the word wrong. There is something off, Bashar.
with the idea. It depends on how it's done. It depends on...
It depends how it's done. How do you kill
To live longer.
sensitively?
Now,
But it doesn't always seem like the most spiritual thing to do.
depends
Please tell me this lady is an implant. Please tell me. Please tell me that she actually gave in to her darkness, her parasite, sending her signals to become a carnivore. Please tell me that she's bullshitting, because there's something off about all this whole setup.
on your point of view. There is nothing wrong with the idea. It depends
There
on
is
how
something
it's done. It depends
off about the idea.
on the relationship.
Okay, so
to
how
the
you
idea.
listen? Excuse me. Listen to how he emphasizes, puts his body up to emphasize that it's okay to eliminate, to inflict pain when you don't have to sustain yourself, to sustain your sexiness.
There's nothing wrong with the idea. It depends on how it's done. It depends on the relationship to the idea. It doesn't always exist that way. It doesn't always express itself that way.
Open your eyes.
On our world, there is no predation. There is only symbiosis.
Yes, in your world of deceit, murder, yes. Trust me, people, you don't want to go into his vortex.
On your world, many of the animals are predatory because you are.
Well, partially true, because we are, but partially because they came from a darker dimension. Their DNA was set, but of all the things that exist, only one thing crosses our barriers. Truth. Unadulterated truth. Love. And love doesn't always mean that you have to, oh baby, I love you. No. Sometimes it's unadulterated. Tells the truth like a child, even if people resist it. That's what it is. That's why I was talking about. That's the reason why I have nothing but respect for source consciousness.
Understand the reflection?
I do.
All right. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it. However, it is a reflection. Now, again, fundamentally, it is one of the ways that creation has of expressing itself, of exchanging energy in that sense. Again, it depends on how it's done. It depends on the relationship. For many beings, in that sense, in a natural state that are, as you say, eaten, you must understand that the experience for them is not what you necessarily think it is.
How does he know that? The dog is whimpering, and therefore I'm going to make the assumption that the dog is not whimpering. That the dog, because the whimpering, the cry for help, the cry for running away from pain, is actually enjoying it. It's the same thing that Abraham Hicks said. Come on. You're insulting some of our intelligence here.
They understand and are very deeply in touch with the fact that they do not end.
Okay, that's the same thing Abraham Hicks said. They do not end just because you don't end. You suffer for a few thousand years. Seriously?
And they are very deeply connected to the overall oversoul of the collective consciousness of their kind
God, the
of
same
expression.
bullshit.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
No, it
Can you be
doesn't.
A little bit more specific.
By all means.
Very quickly, 10 years ago, I became vegan out of choice
Yes.
because I decided out of compassion
Yes.
I did not want to eat the animal.
That's all well and good.
And many areas of research convinced me.
All right. Well, you're still eating the plants.
Yes.
Well,
And
they have feelings too, you know.
Okay, this is the whole bullshit plant argument. Okay? You're eating plants, so you might as well eat the animal. Okay, alright, sorry, let me see if I understand this. I got in a car accident. Let me see, just to give an example. I got in a car accident, and I lost my leg. But I'm still alive. I'm alive, isn't that better than dying? Okay, let's see if I understand this. Okay, one more example. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see. I got in another accident. Okay, how about this one? Can you see this? Last weekend, I was climbing up the stairs. You can see. Hopefully, you can see. Hopefully, I'm raising my hand high enough where skin came off. You can see nothing but white meat. Okay, I cut myself. Okay, thank God. I only cut myself. I didn't lose an arm. That's not better. Cutting myself is not better than losing an arm. So what you're saying is because there is suffering, you might as well go deeper and deeper into suffering. Because the animal whimpers loud and clear that I am suffering when the plant doesn't whimper, that I can't choose a less negative. Okay, plants have consciousness. So therefore, I'm not going to die. Okay, I know that I'm not going to die. I know I'm not strong enough to give up all source of consumption, but I'm going to choose something that is less pain to my senses, and that is okay. Because you don't live in a universe that's perfect. The entire universe is darkness. It's called Ascension. Doing less and less harm. Doing less and less harm will take you out. Looking for perfection is just bullshit. This guy is using a lower element of intelligence to convince you to stay in darkness, to get stuck into his vortex like Abraham Hicks. Bullshit. This guy's a serial killer, just like Hicks.
Plant might be going.
The reason why they're laughing is because they don't get it. They don't understand things from a higher perspective. Plants may be going, seriously, shut the fuck up.
Why is she picking on us?
Why is she picking on us?
Why don't you go and eat that
Are
nice
you
animal
serious?
over there and let us grow a little more? Now, you understand I'm just playing with you, yes?
No, you're not. You're playing with our consciousness. Okay, well, you know what? I can't make this up. That triangle must stop, Bashar.
All right, but attempting to just give you a different perspective on it.
No, you're not.
Yes?
I was dismayed that after 10 years, my health went downhill
Yes.
dramatically. Digestive.
Your health went downhill because there are parasites inside of your body, and you're trying to do it alone. You probably didn't try to get help from elsewhere, like plants, medicine, ayahuasca, iboga, to take these parasites out, because these parasites are inside. Listen, when I took the flu shot not too long ago, I had a massive headache, and I haven't had a headache in 10 years since I changed my diet. So these are all excuses to stay where you are, because signals are in your body. Parasites are trying to keep you where you are so that you don't see the bigger light.
Adrenal failure, and
Yes.
my husband's as well. So this seems to be. And And then when I started eating meat again, I'm feeling better. And these
Yes, because you're feeding the parasites. I can't. Yeah, I can't make this up, people. I can't.
they're getting better.
This
so
is why we say you must listen to your body consciousness.
No, you're not. You're listening to your parasites inside, the dark entities inside, the non-physical inside. Okay, if you don't get what I'm saying, you know what? This video is done. I think I've said everything that I need to say. We're done. This guy's a terrorist. He is fooling people, flashing. I mean, this is the 24/7 this pyramid Illuminati symbol. Enough should be enough. Should be enough to convince you that he is full of crap. Good luck on your way back to source.